Are you okay?
I'm talking to a United Airlines rep right now because we are stranded. We're stranded at the airport.
You're just talking to me right now because nobody's on yet. How weird is that? Maybe I did it wrong. Nope, we got a thumb up. We got a thumb up.
Oh,
They're excited that we're actually stranded at the airport.
they're excited or you're excited? I'm annoyed,
This
but
is like
Jeremy's excited.
camping, and there's better heat than Hale's headquarters.
The funny part is I asked Jeremy on the flight because for whatever reason I couldn't find a direct flight with no stops to our final destination.
Which I don't know. She's surprising me, so I have no idea where we're going.
So I booked a one-way ticket
It's not
to a
back to the
destination.
ranch in Florida. We're not
It's not.
going. She's not taking me back to the ranch in Florida with the tractor and the birds and the
so,
trails and.
If you watched our live yesterday, we had mentioned that we were stranded at Hale's headquarters.
Which we were.
And our flight was canceled Friday. We were supposed to leave Friday evening, and flight got canceled because of the snowstorm up in northeast, wherever you
world, the northeast world.
And so the next flight I could find was today.
But it wasn't a direct flight.
It wasn't a direct flight with one stop, with a 1 hour layover in Denver. I will share that
we're in Denver.
Yes.
We are in Denver, Colorado.
So as soon as we landed, I took my phone off of airplane mode and just to read a text from United saying that our flight was delayed until 7:30 p.m.
Because of technical difficulties, which means there's something wrong with the plane.
Right. So I misread the text. I thought, oh, okay, it's an hour late. What's an hour?
And so she had me running to a
we go to one
concourse,
gate, and it has
terminal.
a completely different destination. I hop back on the app.
Maryland stole our flight. It was Maryland
Did you
Raby.
hijack the plane, Maryland?
Definitely Maryland Raby.
So then I hop on the app, the United app.
Is this awkward yet?
Oh, no, you guys can totally
We have a neighbor. This is our neighbor. We don't know who it is,
over here.
and she doesn't know who we
We're
are.
invading her space.
We came and invaded her space because this is the most quiet place in the airport.
Look, this is. There are people everywhere of all nationalities, and there's an Arabic dude over there screaming in Arabic at his wife, which
and his children.
George could understand, and I just
they're upset too because their flight got delayed and they lost their luggage. That's the only thing I was able to pick up when he was going off. Well, anyways, so then I misread the text thinking that it was an hour delay. So we go to two different gates according to the app, and then I reread the text.
We ran all over the airport.
Come to find out, it was delayed till tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. And what time is it here in Denver?
In Denver, Colorado,
It's 7:50
it's 7:50 p.m. And we're stuck.
Means we're stranded here for
12
plus hours.
We are spending the night. We are spending the night in Denver, Colorado, in the airport. We're camping,
and this is our camping guide right here. You're gonna help us survive, right?
Yes, you found the best place.
See, this is it. We're hiding.
I've had to do this many times.
We're hiding. Is this? You know this spot?
I do. I
live in
frequent
Denver?
this Denver spot when I fly from Seattle to Iowa.
look at this. We have a tour
So
guide.
she found the secret hiding spot, and we crashed her hiding spot. But we forewarned her ahead of time, like this might be a little awkward.
It's like, this is gonna be weird. She's like, I like weird. I like weird. It's even more weird because she has no clue who we are, which is probably better. Probably better
Well, now
that
I'm
way.
gonna have to look you up.
It's probably best that you don't.
Probably best you don't look us up. Don't look us up. Not worth it.
What's your favorite YouTube channel?
I actually don't.
The niche lady. Yes, they are issuing vouchers for a hotel.
Which I'm actually
But
on the. That's who I'm talking to right now.
She's
the
talking
agent.
to them right now to get a voucher, but there's no point in us leaving. By the time we leave, we'd have to turn around to get right back in through TSA. It makes no sense for us to leave to turn around 2 hours later to turn around.
So we finally just decided we're camping out. We're stranded. So yes, they did offer a voucher. Well, she's working on it right now. She's working on that with the representative.
We are on standby, but she pretty much said that there's a very slim chance because there were 30 other people in line before us, and we don't even know how many other people were after us.
So our flight got canceled because of technical issues, which means there was something wrong with the plane. Who knows? The engine could have fell off, wing could have fell off. Who knows? But it got completely canceled. Our previous flight last Friday was one way. It was direct flight.
Non-stop, yeah.
There was no direct flight this time wherever George is taking me. But there's a layover, and now the layover, Scott just sent $10 for breakfast in the morning. Thank you so much, Scott.
So the rep that I'm talking to, her name is Iva, and I told her, I said, I've never been on standby. This is all new for me. Please educate me. And she's been super sweet, super helpful.
And then let's see, Lori Fluffy James says TSA in Denver is a nightmare. That's why we're not even going to go through it.
It's not even worth leaving to go to a hotel for a couple hours to get back up at.
And then Sandy said there's a hotel attached to DIA if you need a ride to anywhere. I live in Denver.
Ooh. Bet we have a lot of Denver fans.
You think so?
Yeah, there a couple of the guys that volunteered with us at Vid Summit live here in Colorado.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
All I know is I saw a pharmacy vending machine. I wonder what that was for. I know somebody in Ohio that would be happy about that.
She said, I sincerely apologize for the disruptions in your travel plans. Happy holidays to you and Mr. Hales.
Oh, wow, I got a Mr. Hales even. Look at that. Nobody calls me Mr. Hales. Actually, quite a few people do now. That's kind of weird. I would think people would know that Mr. Hales doesn't fly with me. So, we're out of Hale's headquarters. And for everybody who is worried about the heat, I did chuck the heat back down to 60 degrees, so it won't fight as hard. And we're not there anymore. And honestly, it wasn't getting up to 60 degrees anyway. So Hale's headquarters is it's in good hands. And
Ramsey's should be too.
Ramsey's did okay. We Ubered from Hale's headquarters, so I took Ramsey's. Thank you so much, Coach. I took Ramsey's quarter mile down the driveway, dropped George off at the Uber, drove the Ramsey's back up to Hale's headquarters, walked through the snow down to the Uber, and
That's
then
how much snow we got, and it wasn't plowed.
there's no way that his
our Uber would have got stuck.
There's no way he would have been able to make it up to Hale's headquarters at all. He's like, well, maybe, and he's got a Prius.
And we're like,
yeah, not gonna happen.
We don't want to be late to the airport.
He's like, well, but I was like,
have snow tires. Like, we appreciate the
not
offer,
gonna happen.
But...
Mary Franklin's, thank you so much.
Thank
Snacks.
you.
Look at that.
Here's fist pump for everyone that sent a super chat.
They're sending you money for snacks already. So our flight to Denver was I thought maybe we were just coming to Denver, but George said no, connecting flight, and wherever we're headed.
Oh, so the flight to Denver was a piece of cake. We didn't even have to take our laptops out and put those in separate
bins. That was nice. TSA, when we came to the flight, we didn't even have to take our laptops out, which I don't want to take out of my bag because my bag is packed. And what does that mean?
Oh, they can't really see it. It's backwards.
Oh, it may not be backwards for them.
Complimentary hotel and meal vouchers.
How do we even use them?
We just click on it and pick and choose what we want. She said we could use the meal vouchers here at the airport or outside of the airport.
Well,
we can pick and
spending
choose
the night
here. Any hotel.
Are you spending the night here too?
I actually am getting on my flight for once.
Oh, nice!
Really?
In like 10 minutes.
There goes our guide. There goes our guide.
But you guys are in a good spot.
We're not gonna survive. We're not gonna survive.
We're not gonna survive. This is our first time here. Don't leave us.
Please.
Where are you going? Iowa?
Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Oh, Cedar Rapids.
Came from Seattle.
Wow.
I live in Iowa, but
think my uncle.
Oh, okay.
I
So
think
for
Uncle
the
Eddie just
holidays.
messaged
Okay.
me. Uncle Eddie just sent me a message.
All right.
I'll have to read it later. He might be in the chat for all I know.
Should be. Or he could be here stuck with us.
Maybe he's in Denver.
Are you stranded at the airport too?
What a crazy Christmas week for us.
It has been wild.
So stranded at Hale's headquarters.
Oh look, this option says don't need a hotel room. We can send you just the meal vouchers. So we can either do hotel and meal or meal only.
So George has decided she absolutely does not want to go through TSA again. It makes no sense to go out, get the room, turn
Be
around
back
2
here by
hours later, and
5:30 in the morning.
why in the world would we even do it?
Yeah.
And so we're spending the
Has Uber
night.
been banned from Denver? We don't even know Uber even exists in Denver. I just almost called it Duber. Denver Uber. The
Doober doo. This is my life. This is my life. This is
There's no
my
guarantees
life.
that we'll get an Uber at 3 a.m. 4
You never
a.m.
know what the Hales is going to happen, where the Hales were going to be. This is my life.
I'm reading the hotel and meal voucher options right now.
Oh, my baby get hangry. They better have doubled up on the meal
And
voucher.
this airport is so big. Like, I can only imagine TSA with all of the
Is it as big as my driveway?
the people that had their flights canceled maybe.
It's actually not that bad. I got stuck here on my way to Seattle, and I went out and came back in, and it really like doesn't stop moving. It's actually pretty nice. It's not too bad. Don't let everybody freak out. Don't let them freak out.
You're freaking me out. I've flown around the world. I don't get freaked out. This one, on the other hand,
I don't like flying. Flying makes me extremely anxious.
moody. The word would be moody.
It does make me anxious.
Flying makes you moody. Breathing makes you moody. Eating takes care of the moods. So
I honestly, if it was up to me, I would have road tripped all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast. I'm all about road tripping.
we made
our
that
time,
plan. We made that plan last year, and it just
Taking our time,
and then
making frequent
she
stops.
wouldn't do it. She was like, no. So we made an entire plan. We're going road trip all over the United States, and then she went
With the camper, but the camper, you're
No.
not moving the camper. No. You said
camper
the
staying.
camper's
The camper's staying where the
So-
camper is.
So it's both of our faults that it didn't happen. Because 2 years ago, you put the camper there and you're like, this thing is not moving.
Because
so you can't say last year.
4 years ago, I met this woman, and you got to see today one of the videos from 4 years ago. Remember your first safe busting in? Remember Nana's teeth?
Anna's kidney stones.
Yes. So we did a blast from the past for today because obviously I guess we could have tried to record, but freezing at home did not lend itself to recording. So we did a blast from the past. That was 4 years ago when really we were just starting out. So things have obviously come a long, long, long way, and huge amounts of growth from the very beginning. But that blast from the past was kind of fun to share with everybody. And we had travel plans today, and I guess we're going to be cuddling right over here somehow, some way. Be cuddling. It's interesting. Are you texting Danny right now? Looks like you are. Yes. George is texting Danny right now.
She just sent me other flight options.
How'd she find those so fast?
Well, the United one, that one's full. I already talked to the rep
Yeah.
about that one.
United is full. So here were our options. Our layover was an hour. They canceled our flight. And so they have another flight at 9. And that has a waiting list of like 20 to 30 some people. Jackie says just get a rental car and head west on 70.
I thought about doing that.
And then there's another flight that goes there at 10 p.m. But everybody who doesn't make it on the 9 o'clock one, who has already, there's 20 to 30 standby, they get bumped to 10, which means we're spending the night here. unless like Ditch Lady is sending George messages right now about something. Unless they can find something here. What time is that flight?
9 o'clock? That's the point. How do I do one way? Here we go.
I don't know. Probably click on one way. Oh, so we've been traveling since 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And by the way, that's why today's video was released early as well. There's Uncle Eddie right there. I'm going offline. Message me if you need anything. So so he is in the live stream.
Oh, it says no flights for this date. I wonder how she found that one.
Uncle Eddie, I saw that you sent me a message on Facebook Messenger. I didn't open it because it was shut down the live. Maybe he might be in Denver. And when on a live stream on a phone, it's hard to see the chat because it flashes in and flashes out, flashes in and flashes out. I'll message you. I'll read it when we're all done here. Niche Lady says,
Mine
we'd be driving forever.
No flights for this date. And today's Monday, the 26th.
Today is Monday. Today is Monday.
Let me hop on another app.
So, we've left Hale's headquarters. We've been traveling since 2. Right now, Hale's headquarters time, it would be 10 p.m. Mama Cookie wants to know, how often do we travel? Every single day. At least it feels like that. It feels like we live in the trucks. That's why they're oversized trucks with comfort, with heat and AC on the seats and displays, because we basically live in the trucks, traveling everywhere that we go. George is always like, do you want to take my car or the truck? I'm like, the truck. We live in the truck. We have everything we need in the truck.
How, I don't understand how she's finding it, but...
Customers may not carry on bag and want personal item when you on board.
I'm having no luck.
What? You're lucky I can't read backwards.
They can't find any flights from Denver.
She can't find the flight in Frontier, Danny. Whatever you just found, whatever you two are talking
Was she
about.
even on the app or on Expedia?
Lithium batteries or e-cigarettes, as they cannot go into the
This is just James. I don't know where
one's
she's taking me. And Kathy, no, we're not going back to Florida. Now, right now, you guys are like, who's taking care of the chickens and the peacocks? Don't worry, we got 2 foxes, all kinds of wild pigs. We got a bobcat. They're taking care of everything for us. They're good, and they're cheap on payroll. That's even better. You know who's not cheap on payroll? My most expensive employee, right there.
You're probably more expensive because you're the star of the show.
I don't get a paycheck.
You don't need a paycheck. You don't need one.
Not sure what she's talking about. So, I'm getting tired. Are we gonna sleep like this tonight? Or are we gonna cuddle like this? Is that what we're gonna do?
All right, I'm gonna hop on a third app to see.
That sound you just heard is wild pigs in the pig trap at the ranch in Florida. That's what you just heard. That was and I didn't turn my notifications off. So if you hear dings and you're like, what is that noise? I forgot to turn my notifications off. And if my phone dies, then that means we're gonna go eat before we take naps. This is just part of the life, I guess.
Let's see.
This is what fun employment is all about. Getting stranded in airports.
I'm not seeing. I've hopped on several.
Danny, she's looking. Whatever you two are talking about, she's looking. And the Adventures with Mikey said, you said you wanted to stay in the airport yesterday. Good night. Love you guys. Exactly. It's like camping. It's going to be like camping. We're going to build forts. And I brought my heated jacket so I can build a fort out of that. And look at this, guys. I brought a brand new, a nice hoodie. Look at the sleeves. I mean, I got my formal wear on here. I got my formal wear on, but I got my other hoodie in my bag, and that thing's big enough to build a house out of. This is, somebody just said Adventures of the Rich and Famous. No. This is how the 1%, the other 1% lives. The dumb percent. That's us. Or the fun percent. There's an Uber airplane type service, LOL. I know, his name is Christian. He's on payroll already. But I'm pretty sure he wasn't working today. You think Christian will fly down and then fly us to where we're going? Probably not. Probably
I
not.
want to say no.
We still haven't bought the Hale's jet yet, so. Terry's got stranded in LA. Yeah, George does have a hoodie on, but she has her hoodie on. I don't know.
You guys have a good night. I'll pass the torch on to you.
Alright.
You think we'll be able to survive?
Yes, you're in a great area. I'm telling you.
3 rules of survival. I need your top 3 rules of survival. What is it? Number 1.
Remember to stay close to a bathroom.
Okay. Number 2.
Always have bottled water.
And number 3.
Be open to anything.
I love it.
I don't know where the bathrooms are. We have no water, and George is close to everything. I don't know if we're gonna do this. Ditch Lady says an Uber airplane would only be about $25,000. Well, that means you're not getting paid either.
So I went on a 4th app and it says no flights available.
So I'm the only employee with What the Hales that doesn't get a paycheck, but if we're getting an airplane, you're not getting one either. So we might have to just camp out and spend the night. Scott just sent $10 for the Hales jet fund. That's a start.
Card members that receive priority voting benefits will be boarding in group 2.
Oh my goodness, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? This is
Oh, I wonder if she searched by only one flyer versus 2.
that could be.
And that's why.
You need, so there's only 1 seat instead of 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Craig says, be like Travolta, have your own jet. There's one thing we probably don't need, it's a jet. I think we can do a lot of more better and good things for people with that kind of money. Although a little Cessna may not be out of the question, so Cessna's typically...
Yeah, but isn't airplane fuel ridiculous? Ridiculous. Like,
I mean,
more ridiculous than
right up there with
marine,
diesel.
marine fuel.
Right up there with diesel right now. Man, I can't even afford to drive right now.
That's why I always offer to drive my car. I'm trying to save on gas.
Don't worry, I have gas. Whatever we ate today, I have gas.
For real?
What did we have? Chick-fil-A!
Well, you had leftover sliders.
Oh, I had my leftover
before we
sliders
left,
from
'cause you
Panera.
didn't want a Panera.
Yeah, from Cheesecake Factory. I didn't want them to go bad. That wouldn't be good if they went bad.
Yeah, it's not even finding
Teresa,
the
if
one.
you could get a UFO to come over and pick us up, that'd be nice. Because right now, this is what we got going. This is what we got going. This place is big.
I gotta call the hotel.
Okay. Am I allowed to listen to your conversation with the hotel?
No, I'm gonna walk away.
Jackie just said road trip, road trip, road trip. And James said sliders will do that to you. I think it's the fear. It's the fear of George getting hangry. How are you doing? How's your hangry meter?
I'm not hangry.
You're not hangry yet?
No.
Did you pack snacks? You don't even have snacks, do you?
I have some Annie Ann's pretzel nuggets
You got snacks.
with some sweet glaze to dip it in.
You got
Philip says the
snacks.
sliders gives you sliders.
I don't know.
Military personnel Traveling to
I
Cedar Rapids.
mean, Carol
welcome
just
to
sent
Freeport.
$2.
Thank you for your
Look for a
service.
flight to Dallas. Go from there. Why would we go to Dallas? Are we going to
Global
Dallas?
services customers traveling to Cedar Rapids.
visit Debbie.
Welcome to Freeport.
Oh,
Welcome to families
okay.
and children
We could go see
traveling
Debbie in
to
Dallas.
Cedar Rapids. You're welcome to Freeport.
We could go see Debbie in Dallas. The sliders are sliding out. So, to get everybody up to speed, we are stranded in Denver, Colorado, and we will be spending the night in the airport attempting to get on flights, but there's just no way we're going to make these 2 flights that are going to our final destination, which George hasn't told me where it is. It's all a surprise. But this was a surprise as well. So there's a 9 o'clock. What's time zone are we even in? Would we be central? I think maybe we're in central. Maybe, I'm not sure.
I might have to walk
So
away.
9 o'clock in Colorado, there's a flight that we are on a waiting list. Kids are setting off the. Yeah, we're in Mountain Time. Okay,
Mountain.
we're in Mountain Time. All right, so 9 o'clock Mountain Time, we have small, extremely small, like Wapo's driveway small. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, guys. So we have like Wapo's driveway small of a chance of getting on a flight. I mean, they've already told us you're not going to get on
Standby.
because everybody else had delays and they're on standby before us. And then there's another flight that goes at 10, but anybody who doesn't make that 9 o'clock flight is on standby for the 10 o'clock, and we're getting bumped no matter what.
And both flights are already full.
Both of them are full.
So those people
So
probably won't be able to get on.
There's like
either.
20 to 30 people ahead of us, and I think they're spending the night in the airport, which George doesn't want to do TSA again. I mean, it's just, when George's anxiety, which is all the time, gets out of control, it's not fun, and the TSA is going to do that. Dallas is a main hub, more options. Oh, Carol said Dallas is a main hub. True. But maybe that's where we're ending up going. I don't know. Potentially. That might be where we're going. I'm not sure. She just left me. Okay, so she's working on some things right now. We got the best seat in the house, as you can see. We're hiding behind this huge United sign, and it's the darkest, it's the quietest, and we thought, you know what? Nobody would believe this unless we went live, that we're stranded. So we did it. We went live. That's where we're at right now. Stranded in Denver. I need some survival tips from you guys. What I'm saying, Southwest canceled other flights, which means, oh my goodness. I need some survival tips from you guys, okay? Some survival tips. So, how do we survive? I've never spent the night in an airport. How do we survive? Caddy, thank you so much. Jeremy says, much fun being stranded in an airport. I agree. This is going to be fun, all right. I already told George, I was like, I'm making a tent, we're making forts. There are a ton of people here, and there's people sleeping all over the floor already. Speedo. Nice. Yeah, it's packed. It is packed. All right, stay calm. Okay, build a fort. Oh, acquire toilet paper. Yes. That's the really good idea. Zombie apocalypse hits. We got to have some toilet paper. Tom Hanks made a good movie about it. I did see that movie where he speaks a foreign language. Cat naps. This won't work for you. Go to baggage area.
Customers traveling to Cedar Rapids, welcome to
Partner
Freeway.
Airlines. George has been on conversations with a rep the entire time. And the terminal, stay in a hiding place. That's where we're at right now. Rent some skis and go skiing. Okay. Thought about that. Thought about that. But don't think George is going to let me leave the airport. She doesn't handle change very well. So she wants to stay right here, not go back and forth. Like right now, she's already going, I hate traveling. I hate. So she's trying to figure it out right now. Do they have hotel rooms in the airport? I don't know. I've never been. I guess we could try and figure that out. Mary Franklin just sent $10. I spent the night in the airport in Japan 7 years ago because of weather in Tokyo. The airlines gave us sleeping bags. Wow. I was in Japan and they closed the airport and they actually made us leave and I had to go get a hotel room. So, okay, one person stays awake while the other takes a power nap. Well, George can sleep anywhere at any time. It's a gift. She literally can just. Me, on the other hand, I have extreme problems sleeping. Like everything has to be perfect. Certain things have to happen. Yeah, it's got to be precise. Which is why I just stay up and edit YouTube videos anyway, because I would be up anyway.
Okay.
Sleep with one eye open. I have to do that anyway. George will kill me. Heavy duty mattress to rent. Good news or bad news?
So I just called the hotel that I had booked for this evening because pretty much telling her that our flight was delayed and we won't be in tonight and I don't want to be charged for tonight, but she's like, well, there's nothing I can do. You have to go through the third party that you booked it with. So now I have to get on the phone with them.
Thanks, Philip. Oh, so you booked it through like Expedia or okay, I gotcha. So Expedia will do it. Philip
So
just
they're
spent
usually really good.
$1.99.
Their customer service is amazing.
I can be brown, I can be blue, I can
So I'm
be
gonna chat with
violet
an
sky, I can be
agent
purple, I can be
virtually.
purple, I can be anything you like. I can be brown, I can be blue, I can be violet. I need the repeater. Airport, anything was available with water and bathroom. So, anybody know what time restaurants close in an airport? Because I already told George, I was like, well, I definitely want to make sure she gets some food in her before the restaurants close. Like that's kind of priority number one. Because if she gets hangry, ain't nobody happy. Nobody. I just saw something about a little brother. Let me see. Deborah said, play some games. We were playing games on the phone on the flight, and the game I was playing crashed my phone.
It froze on you.
It literally crashed my phone.
And he was so good at it too.
I was killing it.
Maybe you can download Solitaire. Do you like Solitaire?
No, I like couples of terror. That's my thing. Oh, okay. They said, Jeremy, restaurants close at 10 p.m. What time is it now?
It's 8:20.
8:20 right
Mountain
now.
time.
Mountain time. Okay, so Vicky said they close early. Probably earlier than you think. Does anybody know in Denver? Are you guys accustomed with the restaurants? What time they close? I can be brown, I can be blue, I can be violet sky, I can be purple, I can be purple, I can be anything you like. I can be brown, I can be blue, I can be violet sky, I can be purple, I can be purple, I can be anything you like. Okay.
All right, it says help is on the way. An agent will say hello shortly.
Can somebody Google what time?
Jericho just joined the conversation.
Okay, Jacqueline just said they close at 9 p.m.
So we have
10 p.m. Philip, 10 p.m. I will just. Can somebody Google it? There, I'll just pay for access number. Can you guys Google like what time do Denver, Colorado airport restaurants close? Somebody Google it. Okay, Philip just Googled it and says 10. All right, that's what I really need is somebody who's on the Googler because I can't Google it while I'm on the live stream. So, okay, I'm gonna Google it. Most say 10 p.m. Which we're gonna try and stay at Terminal B, and we are in Terminal. Are we in B or A? I don't know. We've been running all over.
We were in B, then we went to A, then we had to come back to B just to find out that.
All right, so
it's
10
been delayed
seems right.
overnight.
10 seems right. Okay. The airport is crazy packed, like crazy packed. So when we flew out, we were talking to one of the TSA agents, and I said it's got to be light flights today, right? Because everybody got grounded. They couldn't go see family. He said, no. He said, this is the craziest. He said, there's never anybody here on Christmas. He said, this was the busiest Christmas this airport has ever seen. And he said, today is crazy as well. I went, I don't get it. I was like, nobody's flying home. They couldn't fly out. He goes, they're all flying out to see their family now. I'm like, whoa. Okay. And George goes, that's what we're doing. We didn't get on our flight either, so now we're going out, which we did. Philip wants to know, did they get grounded for being naughty? Potentially. Okay, so looks like 10 p.m. restaurants closed, so we should be okay. 10 p.m. their time would be midnight our time, so you'd probably be up for a midnight snack, right?
Yeah, we can buy something now and then.
Google is
Eat it
saying
later
10
if we
p.m.
need
Oh,
it.
we might as well just sit down and fall asleep in our food. We'll sit down and we'll like this because we got a long night ahead of us. Not as long as my driveway, but still a long night.
Group 5 traveling to Cedar Rapids is now welcome to board through the green line.
Don't lose your spot. So glad I love ketchup too, Brian. I love ketchup too. All right, survival tips. We need toilet paper. Be near a bathroom. We got that. Oh, Panda Express is open till 11 p.m. it says. Interesting. It all varies.
You
It all
don't
varies.
You don't eat Panda Express.
Baby, I can eat anything. I can eat Panda. I can eat Express. I can eat anything you like. I can be hurtful. I can be purple. I can be anything you like. I can ride a bike. We are at Concourse B. B is where we are at. Jan says Chick-fil-A is till 9:30. I didn't see a Chick-fil-A, did you?
No.
I don't know. All I know is George wanted to play a game on the channel called Where in the World is What the Hales? Where in the world is what the Hales? And so far I don't know if I'm winning or losing. Am I winning? She's talking to a rep on Expedia right now because we're not going to make it to our hotel tonight. So for those that are just tuning in, you've got a video today, which is better than no video. And obviously we've been in a bit of a predicament and a pickle because of the weather and because of cold temperatures where filming has been not ideal conditions. And so we did a little revamp of a video that we did about 4 years ago. So some of you may have seen it, but the reality is the channel has grown tremendously since those days. And so we thought, you know what, this would be a fun video for all of our new subscribers who haven't seen it to see it again. Because the way that YouTube works, YouTube, once a video is dead, it's dead. I mean, it's still there. You can find it if you go through a playlist. But once the algorithm is done pushing it, it's done pushing it. So most of you don't go to our actual playlist, our ultimate binge list, and most of you don't understand how YouTube really works. You just go, oh, YouTube just told me there's a What the Hales video. A lot of you don't know there's an entire channel with tabs, with videos and playlists and about section and community, and it goes on and on and on. And you can click on videos and you get all these details and descriptions and dates and all kinds of information and links. And most don't know that YouTube uses an algorithm system to actually push a video to you. And so the way that you get videos with YouTube is, number one, you're subscribed. Number two, you hit all notifications. Everybody who hits all notifications gets that video first. If everybody who watches that video who gets all notifications actually watches it, then YouTube will push it to the other people who just are subscribed and have personalized notifications. If people who watch it, who get it with personalized notifications, because everybody with all notifications watched it, then they'll push it out to the vast other people in the YouTube world where they go, oh, they like to watch videos with safes and storage units and farm life and all of that. And so once every video has a timeline and a lifeline, and that video's life died 4 years ago. So we thought, you know what? A lot of you haven't seen it. Let's put it out again. What's that?
Which lady just sent it? There's a place where we can sleep.
Really?
But where?
Niche Lady just found a place to sleep. We won't have to go through
Terminal A rest area.
Terminal A. Remember, we've been there. We ran there once, and then we ran away from there. It was awesome.
Oh, we were sweating because we're layered up because it was chilly.
Yeah, it was like
Cold
5
at Hale's
degrees. It was 5
headquarters.
degrees at Hale's headquarters. Jab says YouTube is popping up your videos from a year ago. I've been watching what I see. The best way to watch the videos is to click on What the Hales, go to the actual channel page. So not just a video. You click on What the Hales, you go to the actual channel page. You go click on playlist, you find the ultimate playlist, and we have them in order, oldest to newest. Every single video, there's over 1,500. It's quite the library. I mean, if you want something to binge, that's quite the library.
So I'm trying to tell Expedia
At
that
airports.
I need
Okay,
to
there's an
change
app.
the reservation to tomorrow instead of today so we don't get charged for today. And he's saying that that he cannot modify the changes or cancellation, but he's going to call the hotel to ask them. But I already called the hotel. They told me to contact Expedia because I went through a third-party vendor.
So they're giving you the runaround.
He's calling the hotel. Sometimes, and this has only happened one other time when we were in Egypt, because we usually don't have these issues. They were able to give me a full refund. Remember when we stayed at that one place?
I do remember. That was rough.
And
Rough.
when our flight got canceled the first time on Friday, I talked to Expedia. They got on right away and they were able to cancel and I got a full refund. The only problem was they weren't able to refund me for the one night, the check-in Friday, because it was the night before, like their policy or whatever. And so they put in a note to have someone call the next morning to call the hotel directly to get refunded for last Friday because of our flight being canceled.
Carol, good idea, just not for us. Amtrak ain't our deal.
But the person they put an expedited ticket to try and get a full refund for that
Jetpacks?
Friday.
That would be our deal. Oh,
You know what we need?
boy.
We need a time travel machine.
I mean, that would be nice too.
I've been looking for one.
If I could turn back time, if I could
So
find
he's
a
saying-
way.
So I got reimbursed for 6 days, and he said go ahead and cancel it, and then just reschedule it once you figure out when you can fly back out. Which I didn't know at the time because all weekend flights had been canceled because of the storm.
Teleporter would be good.
So now he's saying, give me 3 to 5 minutes. Let me call the hotel and ask them directly what your options would be. So
Meet the Hales.
now I gotta wait
Their peacock Elvis.
Jericho to give me an answer. The woman at the hotel said she can put a note in the system that we're going to have a late check-in due to flight delay so that we don't lose our reservation, and I would pretty much have to eat the cost of tonight. Either way, whether I cancel or show up late, I'm going to eat the cost, it sounds like.
But you hangry, so. Oh, man. Angie says if we ever need an attorney, let me know. Do we always need an attorney, Angie? Always. That's what happens when you do deals, and that's the way the world works, is through the legal system. So a lot of people, I love that I put my life online, and a lot of people always have to chime in and say such foolish things such as, you always have something going on with a lawyer. Absolutely. I run businesses, and that's the way the world works. If you're not running businesses, and if you aren't working with mass amounts of money, then you aren't going to need a lawyer. I do. I need teams. Talk to the hotel manager in person if all else fails, says Jackie.
Well,
so
when I called the hotel, she said she was going to put a note in the file that I'm not a no-call, no-show, that I am going to come tomorrow. We're going to come in tomorrow. So hopefully and we could do an early check-in. You know what I mean?
Oh,
we can just walk
I'm
in
hearing you. I'll be walking in like,
it
what's
sounds
up?
like we're gonna have to eat the cost. Check in tomorrow.
Yeah, but how does it taste? Is it delicious?
Get virtual keys. They have virtual keys now.
Is it sweet?
You don't even need
or
physical
savory?
keys. It's virtual.
Is it sweet or savory?
What?
If we're gonna eat the cost, is it sweet or savory?
Oh, it's bitter.
Net jets.
Net jets?
Net
Like, is that
jets.
like a jetpack?
I don't know, but it'd be nice to have one. We might freeze though. Morgan says you need a lawyer on standby. We always do have one. But you need lawyers. You need different lawyers for different things. So, for example, we're with the property, with the old church lot that we just purchased in Florida. We have one lawyer working on one portion of it, and we have another lawyer working on another portion of what we're doing with the property, which more to come on all of that. So, you know, different lawyers have different specialties. So you need different lawyers for different things.
So we talked to Christian about flying for us, and he said you do need a different license for a helicopter because you're going to get a Hale's helicopter with a Hale's helipad.
Sandra says, how many rentals do you have, Jeremy?
He's
Not
gonna
enough.
say not enough. And then we talked about the Cessna, and then we talked about like a commercial plane. And you need different licenses, and you have to go through different schooling and trailing and testing. And
After Marilyn Raby gets done with me, I doubt I'll have any rentals.
so it's not like a one license fits all type thing for Christian. He would have to jump through hoops for us in order to fly.
But he likes jumping, so. And he does like flying. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Oh me, oh me, oh my. Are you getting tired?
I am.
Watch this. She literally can fall asleep like nobody's business.
My body produces a lot of melatonin.
She'll be like, oh yeah.
So like a private jet, you would need a
And then she'll be
Christian would need a
slobbering.
completely different
She'll be
license.
drooling and
For a
slobbering.
Cessna, he would need a
Like
completely different
pull
license.
a drool down here. Pull of drool. Like all kinds of
And I'll wake
drool.
up and I'll ask, did I drool on you last night?
She asked me
As
this
he's
morning.
fighting, he's like, no.
She's like, did I drool on you last night? She asked me this morning. I said, no, but your butt did. She's like, what's that mean? You know what it means. You got something bad going on back
I
there.
don't know what that means.
You got something
That's what I'm
bad.
asking you. What does it mean?
It means you be passing gas like nobody business. You be crop dusting me, put me in the Dutch oven.
No, that's
Ain't
you.
good. Ain't
That's
good.
you.
Somebody said I'm the perfect boyfriend. I'm a man, not a boy. Right, baby?
I get yelled at when I call him boyfriend. He's like, I am not a boy. I'm a man. I am the man friend.
I'm a man friend. And she's a she friend.
You want to talk about hangry?
I've never been hangry in my life.
Okay. Ask your close friends.
I don't have any. I'm not allowed. You said
I'm one of your close
you
friends,
said-
and I'm telling
you
them
said
that you get
you're the
hangry.
only friend I'm allowed to have.
That's not true. Every Thursday you get on AA, you hang out with those guys.
We have. And they've never seen me hangry.
We have church friends, they've seen you hangry.
They've never seen me hangry.
So our small group, Bible study group, they're like, oh, since they're gonna be in town, let's get together and have like a Christmas gathering.
With a taco theme.
Let's do burrito theme. Guess who didn't eat anything because he's very picky and was angry and was the only one that couldn't eat because he didn't eat anything.
They're like, can you eat even this shred of cheese? Like, yes, please, the shred of cheese.
So I brought chips
May
and
I have
salsa,
some more cheese,
and
please?
I told him, I said, you can put some of this cheese on the chips I bought and melt it in the microwave.
That's a pig setting off the feeder camera again. Oh, I'm the perfect man friend.
And then we play the game of Farkle, and because he didn't eat, he was not only hangry, but he was sparkling bad.
I was funny.
Bad.
I was funny. I was even cracking you up, which is not a difficult thing to do at all. At all.
I crack up a lot.
Shake Shack,
Shake,
B
shake,
Gates,
shake, shake,
11
shake,
p.m.
shake.
Look at that. Diana just said.
Hey now.
Diane said Shake Shack is open till 11. What do they have at the Shake Shack? Maybe some shakes.
Burgers and fries.
I like that. I do like that.
They have this portobello burger,
Not
so in
sure
place
what
of
that means.
instead of a beef patty,
Yeah,
you do a portobello mushroom.
I don't know what that is.
Portobello mushroom? It's a mushroom. So they deep fry
I
it,
don't
and
do
it's a
shrooms.
substitute of a beef patty. It's like
Yeah.
a vegan version
I don't do shrooms.
of a hamburger.
I mean, we found all those mushrooms in the.
Jericho's typing. See the little dots?
No, I
Okay,
don't.
now it's gone.
We found all those mushrooms in the Rich Bankers unit, but I don't do
Not
shrooms.
those. It's like healthy stuff, not the stuff
Whoa,
that
whoa,
makes
whoa,
you
whoa, whoa!
trip.
Curved couches you can sleep on. Concourse C, near gates C 26 and 28. It's Sherry, baby.
Yeah, that's what Danny sent us in Concourse A.
But it's an A.
Oh,
Cause it's Sherry, baby. It's Sherry, baby. It's Sherry,
yeah,
baby.
Terminal A, rest area.
Sherry,
I
baby.
bet they have
Found them at
rest
C.
areas in all the terminals.
I think they're in a lot of different places.
Okay, Jericho said, I just got off the phone at the hotel. I was able to convince
Don't wait too long.
for
Danny.
your
We've been
request to check in
airports.
tomorrow.
Oh, for holidays, they're saying.
But the thing
Jeff
is,
is
you
saying
will
they might
still be
close
charged
early.
for tonight. Okay, no.
Okay, so Jeff is saying they might close early because of the holidays. That's a good point. They could close early because of the holidays. And Wagal said the couches are probably full by now if the flights are canceled. You make a very strong argument there, Wagal. Concourse A is a lounge where you have to pay to lay. His Sherry Baby said Concourse A is a lounge you have to pay to lay. I have never paid to lay before in my life.
All right, so I'm
Oh, come on, I pay for it every day.
I already know that we have to eat the cost.
Okay.
So
Okay. But you didn't answer me yet. Is it sweet or is
we
it
could
savory?
do an early check-in. It's bitter.
It's bitter.
I already answered. I said it was bitter.
Is it like portobello bitter? You rent a U-Haul truck and drive.
This is ridiculous.
Baby, this is what fun employment is all about. We camping tonight, making forts, farting on each other, camping, giggling all night, keeping the parents up, keeping the
What
real
parents?
adults up. That will be like, and the parents will be like, I told you to go to bed. Good idea or bad idea?
Cedar Rapids passengers.
Should we eat candy and watch movies all night?
McGovern, please come to gate B22 for final boarding call.
Where are we gonna get candy?
Floor 83
We're gonna
to
have
Cedar
to hop off
Rapids.
soon and go.
Final boarding call at
Get
gate
some candy?
B22.
Yeah.
I don't know what in the world is. DVD just said food. Candy.
I need to
Brian
get my
said
fanny pack.
I just said fanny.
I gotta get my fanny pack.
Okay, apparently she's getting her fanny pack. Oh my, oh me, oh my. So, we are gonna spend the night in the airport. That's the plan right now. B68 gate is usually bare by now, somebody said.
Did you guys hear that?
Baby, they hear all the vehicles going by. It's an
Did you guys
airport.
hear that?
It's an airport.
Jeremy's letting Farkles loose.
Baby, we ain't playing Farkle right now. Stop it.
Jeremy's letting Farkles loose right now. You guys
We are
didn't
not
hear that?
playing Farkle. That's enough. You're embarrassing me.
I'm embarrassing you. Oh, that's funny. You're
James-
very funny, Shadow.
James says make sure you charge your phone. I'm actually losing all the juice on my phone right now. Letting you all know that we are stranded in Denver. And Andre says that wasn't Jeremy, it was me. And Jackie just sent $1.99 eat the cost fund. That's bitter, Jackie. That's bitter. That tastes so bitter. Frederick said, bless your farts. It's all about the ketchup. All about the ketchup. This is crazy. We've been traveling since 2 p.m.
Feels like
Eastern Standard. It's almost 9 p.m. Mountain Time, and we will be spending the night in the Denver, Colorado airport.
Because
And
the next flight out is in 2 days
the next flight is in 2 days.
with United. I couldn't find any other flights out with any other airline, even though Danny sent me a
It
number.
is warmer. It feels warmer in the airport than it did at Hale's headquarters. Although George and I were under like 6 blankets and heated blankets, and Gina sent $1.99 food fund. Get food. Kim said if you pass out, time will go faster. That is true. Boy, if we only brought a beanbag chair.
My neck is stiff from sleeping on the plane.
Well, knock 19. You need a ketchup blanket and ketchup pillow. We have a ketchup pillow at Hale's headquarters,
At
just
Hale's
not here.
headquarters, Yeah.
Just not here. Denver is a great spot to be stranded in. There's a hotel right there nearby. Did you check
So
them out?
the options were to either do a layover
No
in Chicago
no
or
barbecues.
Denver.
And she didn't want to go to Chicago because she's like, man, that's
It's
going to be
snowing
even,
up there.
She's like, that's further up north. It's going to be even crazier.
We would have for sure been stranded up there. But Marilyn, I think, lives in that area, the imposter.
Serial Landis, thank you so much. Appreciate it. She's like, I am not going to Chicago. It's even colder up there. So she said, no go.
Faux show.
No go faux show.
So if any of you that are watching right now sent a email request for half meal time to grill and you're waiting for invoices, I may be able to get it out to you tonight. I'm gonna whip out the laptop.
Could happen. That could happen.
If I can get good internet connection because I have time, then
That would be.
yeah.
That's a bonus.
Yeah. But if you don't get it, don't panic. We are stranded. so-
Wait until you guys see this
Be patient.
fort I'm gonna build. Like it's gonna be, like I could start a family there. That's how good this fort's gonna be. So good. So we are live from Denver, Colorado. George is taking me on a trip. I don't know where we're going, and we're playing a little game. Where in the world is What the Hales? We are stranded. We're spending the night, and we may get sleep. We may not
May
get
not.
sleep. I'm guessing we probably will not get sleep. We aren't going to a hotel. It makes no sense to just go to a hotel and then try and come back the next day. George doesn't want to go through TSA again, and frankly, I don't want to deal with George going through TSA again. So that means we're staying here. If I make bunk beds, do you want top or bottom?
sending you the digital room key.
Okay, but if I make bunk beds in this fort, do you want? She just sent me the digital room key. All right, George gets bottom bunk. I get top. This is gonna be a Hales of a crazy night. I hope you're in for some fun, George.